Hey guys, welcome back to Season 2 of the Heroes Premier League. I'm G-Shock and with me is Tetcher, and we're getting started right now. We have Well Met versus Team Mousesports. They started their drafts and we're about ready for Season 2 of the Heroes Premier League.
Indeed, and I believe these will be the first matches of the actual season of the Heroes Premier League.
That's correct, and they already got started with their draft.
Yep,
Let's have a look here.
They started it. They got bored of quoting Adventure Time in the lobby, so they've actually started the draft. For now, Well Met starting off with a Zeratul ban, Mousesports replying with the Erden, a lot of melee assassin hate nowadays. Well Met bringing the stitches, map will be Garden Terror, so good chance we'll get to see a fishing hook depending on what Mousesport take.
Yeah, seems like a good option on this map. Lots of ways to abuse it. Oh, Mousesport's going for Sergeant Hammer and Valis straight away. Going for these really high damage heroes.
Very good choice. Limit the options of Well Met. Basically, Well Met have no choice but to make one of their assassins Nazibo now. So Well Met can focus a lot more heavily on getting some CC in to interrupt that. Maybe running Diablo, as we've been seeing a lot more lately. Maybe bringing in the ETC and just letting him go a bit more face heavy. Or even bringing in the Muradin out of the retirement he's been in.
I certainly hope so. And especially with Well Met, they have Mr. You Better Know Me, who's just a Muradin master. And I kind of think that he might like to bring him out tonight. There's Tassadar. So, not really going for these other assassins quite yet. Which I think makes sense. They kind of want to go for maybe another warrior or even the supports now. And I would kind of love to see him go for the supports right now and kind of deny that part of a nice team composition to Mousesports.
I would agree. Getting the first pick on the sports is pretty nice. However, there is still obviously the debate at the moment over which support you do pick. It's very much a situational thing right now. But no, they are in fact going to pick Nazibo this early.
Interesting. This is gonna leave the supports wide open to Mousesports. They could also go for Diablo or ETC as their warrior right now.
Yeah.
I mean, it all depends which route they kind of want to go for here. To be honest, I haven't seen Mousesports in action in forever.
Me neither.
This is an interesting lineup. They have Kidda Dash and Starzerk in there again. As far as I know, I think Kidda and Karayan were the only ones that were kind of the main part of the roster, and Starzerk was.
I think Linu was as well.
Not that I know of. I mean, then again, I haven't seen him in more than a month, so.
Yeah, I remember the name Linu, but like you said, I also haven't seen them in a while. The last time I did see them play, I was playing for them. I substituted for them in a Go for once, and that's the last time I've seen them play, and that was a long time ago.
And they actually kicked Starzerk off the team for a while, and now apparently he's back, or he's a sub too. I don't know. I have no idea. We'll have to find out. But they're going for their support straight away. Uther is their first choice in support.
Yep, so that just leaves them with the warriors / melee assassins. They could actually pick Kerrigan here and get the extra range on the pull as a different way of interrupting Nazibo, which could be pretty effective, especially Kerrigan pull combined with Diablo's overpower can seriously displace someone into your team.
But you seriously think they're gonna get Kerrigan and Diablo?
I don't see why not. Like, it's a question of the fact that they don't have a last pick. They could probably pick Diablo now and have a pretty safe option of getting Kerrigan.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, if they picked Kerrigan now, Diablo is almost definitely going to be taken by, or maybe not by Well Met, because Well Met still need their support. And but they could take. Yeah, it's possible. This is an interesting comp from both sides. But in fact, Mousesport's going for the double support.
Okay, so Malfurion is coming out. Also, definitely a solid option here. I don't know if Well Met is really opting to go for double support these days.
But right now they are limited in support. So they're basically limited back down to Rhaegar and Lilium Brightwing. So
and Tyrande. But Tyrande,
she is more of an assassin now.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
She fits the Tassadar role of not really fitting into the role you've been assigned.
What do you think about that? Do you think Blizzard is gonna shift these roles eventually? Like,
I don't think so. I think it's fine to give them titles, etc. It's just up to the community to realize that those titles are not binding. You can play people outside, as a very famous YouTuber once said, in a completely different MOBA, supports can do more than support.
All right, seems like a wise quote. Tyrande is coming out now for Well Met, so they have that semi-support assassin, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. So now they just need a final healer, and looking at their composition, it's probably going to be Rhaegar. Yep, there he is.
Okay. Rhaegar is coming out, so Mousesports probably gonna go for Diablo or ETC here.
Yep, and looking at the enemy composition, it's actually quite difficult to decide. CTC has the escape from Stitches, but Diablo has the guaranteed interrupt for the Ravenous Spirit. So both pretty good here. And I think ETC might be the better choice purely because the amount of peeling he can offer from Stitches.
Yeah, that's true. Would be a good option. I mean, he's kind of like Uther in that way. You don't want to hook him in.
Yeah, well, it's okay to hook him in. It's the question of, if you do hook him in, he's probably not going to die.
That's true, but also, I mean, Mosh Pit?
True. Very, very true. And actually, looking at the amount of stun that Well Met does have, Mosh Pit would be pretty effective here. Like, there's the potential for mini stun on ETC, and then there's stun from Tyrande, the Lunar Flare. So, yeah, ETC with Mosh Pit didn't even look at the amount of CC. Very, very good choice here. I like that.
All right, they have 20 seconds to choose, and probably going to take all their time here.
In before Chen. Just completely throw us off. Bring Chen back in. Bring Muradin, Chen, Diablo, ETC. We're sport for choice warriors nowadays.
Yeah,
even though, why did Muradin drop back down? This disappoints me.
Yeah, it's true. But if Well Met is not going to choose him, then I guess no one will.
2, 1, ETC. Last second.
Well played. Well played.
Well met.
So let's see. Karayan probably going to go on Uther.
Yep, Karayan usually mainly support for his team, but good chance of him playing Malfurion as well and giving Uther to whoever the warrior, one of the warrior or melee assassin players is for their team.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, he actually prefers Malfurion these days.
I think so. He played that. That's what he played last time. That I played with it. Like, we're talking months back here, like a month or so ago. Our knowledge of Mousesports is out of date, to say the least.
But the thing is, that's up to them, though. They haven't played in ESL Cups for a while.
They have, but we've missed them. I'm
really
sure.
Did they?
I think they played in 11, which wasn't too far back.
Okay, that's like a week
2 weeks ago-ish.
Yeah. Okay, I guess it's my bad.
Maybe I might be wrong. I am just working off memory here. But now, though, we're going to attempt to get into a lobby so the players can select their heroes, and then we can get underway eventually. But we talked about the heroes for now. We can talk about how they're going to interact with this map. Well Met, way more wave clear, way more or camp clear potential for those smaller Shambler camps. In the form of Stitches, Slams, Storm, Toads. Pretty much everything clears. Lightning Shield. Only one who doesn't really is Tyrande, unless she can land a really good Lunar Flare.
Yeah, but that's not really Tyrande's job. She's more there for the team fights then. Yeah,
she's there for her passive and for the long-range stuns, and that's about it.
Yep, and I think she fits in quite well with the rest of the team.
Yeah. Also Healing Ward.
True.
But that's the thing. Once again, Well Met with the potential for free Healing Wards / totems.
Oh, true.
That's
a lot of heal, and I think they're gonna rely on that quite heavily. Seeing that Rhaegar's mostly, one of those spike healers, and with the damage output out of Mousesports, I don't think they're gonna need spike heals all that much.
Yeah, but it's gonna be healing over time, which is mostly gonna be going onto Stitches, due to the fact that on this map and with the current team comp he has, still pretty likely he's gonna be running the Putrid Bile. So being able to rush in there with at least one ward on you, and then small heals coming out of Rhaegar and Tyrande constantly, could keep him alive pretty efficiently if he's going for the full tank build, which is pretty likely with this much healing potential.
Yeah. Why do you think the Gorge has kind of gone out of fashion these days?
Probably because of the way teams are playing. It's very much a situational thing of, I'm going to gorge you and then walk away. And that basically means I'm not the front line for my team. If it's Putrid Bile, you have a good ability for when you are the front line of your team. And well met, they don't have a front line.
So essentially, it's coming down to we don't use the double warriors anymore, and that's why we're going for Putrid Bile.
We need a tank, not a pick, kind of thing. Picking is situational in a game that you're losing or a game where the opposing team is turtling. It's a situational thing where, and that's where Gorge would come in. Whereas Putrid Bile is we need to team fight at any possible opportunity. Let's get this extra damage. And at level 20, if you take the talent, which is quite unlikely because the Hardened Shield is a bit better, but at level 20, you can still get the potential extra healing as well.
All right. I think everyone is about ready.
Think so. 10 out of 10. I will say casters ready.
Yeah, looking good. Palim palim.
Right. Palim palim. Alright, so we are loading into game number 1 of the Heroes Premier League Season 2. It's going to be between Mousesports and Well Met. We are playing on the Garden of Terror, and I am very excited. Well Met, new into the Heroes Premier League. Mousesports, returning from last season.
Yeah, and we have a very, very increased team size this time.
Doubled it at least, haven't we?
Yeah, I think so. We have 2 groups this time. And yeah, it's stacked. There's a lot of big teams in there. We'll go over it if we have some downtime later on. But for now, let's get into our first game. And yeah, getting started.
Timing. Very good timing. And spawning on the right-hand side, on the red carpet and in the red trunks, it is going to be Mousesports. And starting in the top lane, it is going to be Carrion playing the Malfurion. In the base, heading to the mid lane, it is going to be Linu on the Ufa. Starzerg is playing the Sergeant Hammer, and Kidagakash. I butchered that. Kidagakash, that's close enough, is going to be playing the Valor. And in the bot lane, it's Buster Cap on the ETC.
And their opponents in the blue trunks on the left side here on Garden of Terror, it is Well Met with Nomi playing Stitches, Adamherd playing Tassadar, Rookie playing Rhaegar, Asuops playing Nazeebo, and last but not least, Zaka is playing Tyrande. And a nice hook! What an opener from Well Met! That's gotta be the fastest first blood I've ever seen.
Yeah, using the hook trap level 1, taking advantage of the fact that people are playing these days a lot safer and starting the game behind their walls. Well Met instantly abusing that. You can't do something predictable against Well Met because they will abuse you to their heart's content. That was fantastic.
What an opener. Really, really nice move. Not even missing any XP. That was just so fast. Getting back into lanes right as we speak, and now we have the triple stack in the mid lane here.
Yep, it's against Gurdenherd. He is Tastar. He'll be able to clear the waves relatively quickly, keep that lane from getting too out of hand. Soke and Nomi going with the ridiculously annoying roaming comp that these 2 heroes do offer, with the stun at the end of the hook bow. In the bot lane, it's going to be Rhaegar versus ETC. Those 2 will just be chilling with each other for a while. Top lane, Malfurion versus Nazeebo. Once again, just going to see some abilities thrown out. Malfurion, not as good of a lane pusher, but he's going to be able to hold his own.
Yeah, against Nazeebo, he's probably going to get a little bit more damage in, but that doesn't really matter all that much. Going to keep it a little bit lower on mana. For now, Night has fallen, and it looks like Mousesports already grabbing all the easy seats they can get, even stealing a few top there. But Malfurion has to get away. Took a little bit of damage here. Tesla actually went out of his lane to deal with him. Oh, Kidda.
We're just going to call him Kidda, because that's going to get really difficult. Yep. Nice Owl. Going to deny the B, and Valor going to be walking, or at least riding back to base, does not want to take the risk. While these teams do collect seeds, and just keep an eye to see if Stitches wants to go for a hook, doesn't look like it. But while these teams are just continuing to collect seeds, let's have a quick look at the first two sets of talents. Sergeant Hammer going for an interesting starting talent with the Lethal Blast, which increases the damage of Sergeant Hammer's W, the Concussive Blast, by 50%. That ability does 102 damage currently, so the extra 50%, 150 damage-ish overall. So it's going to be hitting for about the strength of an auto attack, really.
Oh, not bad. Gonna be
a late game auto attack anyway, slightly later than now, because currently not hitting for 100 damage. That would be scary.
And for now, we're just seeing one healing ward. But of
Yeah.
course, the healing totem out of Rhaegar. So, double, I guess.
Yep.
Close enough.
Tyrande instead choosing to go full owl build. This is what we've also seen out of Well Met in the past. Gaining huge vision. Wouldn't even be surprised to see the Shadow Stalk here. But going to see huge vision coming out of them. We have the Farsight as well coming out of Rhaegar. They are very, very vision heavy. They're not going to have too much trouble getting it ganked at all. And they have the Stitches. So getting vision of those hook targets is going to be pretty fantastic for them.
Yeah, and this is gonna be excellent too, because Garden of Terror is one of the biggest maps, if not the biggest. I think actually Sky Temple is the biggest now, but it is a huge map, so vision is gonna be vital here, and having that available. Ooh, so I'm dropping quite low. Oh, the hook missing on Takeda.
They did go for that combo. Having a look at some of the other talents, Stitches has actually gone for the Groupies talent, and now this is the talent that allows him to heal nearby allies when he casts his Guitar Hero ability. However, this is already on a team that already has 2 supports, so going for a very sustain-heavy build here.
Yeah, I like it. It's the way that most teams have been playing these days, and I guess that's how they want to play this out as well. Oh, ETC, final talent here. Loudspeakers. So a little bit more range and knockback on his face melt.
Yeah, very much good for healing. He can dive in now, heal an ally for that tiny amount that he can get with that Groupies, and then heal them away from Stitches if Stitches has engaged on them. Other than that, fairly standard talent. Stitches going for the full tanky build with Chew Your Food and Amplified Healing. And with those healing wards, we'll be fine. Tyrande bringing in the True Short Aura, going to be very nice on Tassadar. Not too important on that many other people, but nice on herself as well. Gives her a bit of extra attack speed, helping her clear waves nicely. Nazeebo, everything standard here. Just going for the Death Ritual, the Gathering Power, and the Gibbon.
And that is about over, but we still have one Garden Terror down there. However, first Garden Terror goes to the side of Well Met, and actually having this out so early means they can probably secure these seeds as well.
Yep, and that is what they are trying to do. Once again, hook does not land, but still adds some pressure on Nomi. Actually gets caught in the Terror route there, but Gurdenhood covering him pretty nicely. That knockback is pretty effective against the Garden Terror. Oh, yeah. You're all up in our face, go all the way over there. I don't know if it's the longest knockback in the game, but it is pretty effective. Buster Cap though, oh, the stun does land as Polymorph doesn't actually get anyone, but Rhaegar does go down. That is going to be the first kill for Mousesports. However, they're still going to struggle to get in here. Most of those seeds do go over to Well Met. ETC though, engaging onto Nomi. Nice knockback, knocking him to the wrong side of the team there. Nomi gonna try and run, but ETC coming to the other side, probably gonna block off any escape crowd. He did have actually nice heal from Tyrande, but no, not enough.
Really cool move, and that's why you see that increased knockback action, knockback in action. Really nice move here by Buster Cap. Unfortunately, I don't think this was actually worth it since they lost so many seats by losing that bottom Shambler, and now we still have Get 'em here going for that mid lane, taking out the towers, taking out the gates, and then just sprinting away. And they're doing a really nice move with the split push.
Yep, this is true. For now, though, we are seeing both teams just regathering themselves, thinking about mercenaries, but right now, top lane is the target, but Hasselhoff has already backed out of this. This will prompt Mousesports to probably do their bruiser camp. Actually, no, looks like they're just going to clear the wave instead, play it safer. Gorge has been taken on Stitches, which is pretty interesting. They are, in fact, going for the pick com. They already have the ridiculous combo of Tyrande and the Stitches hook with the stun at the end of the hook, as we've been over before. But now they're adding the extra Gorge of locking someone out of the fight, which is pretty interesting.
Who do you think they're gonna pick up here? Is it gonna be Sergeant Hammer, or even take ETC completely out of the fight?
I think they're just gonna try and get whoever they get. They get Kidda. Kidda is now gonna get taken behind the wall. Timing is perfect. Down he goes. He's gonna try and vault, but the fort is onto him. It does slow him down, and he will get picked off. No escape from that. Vault will not take you through the gate, and he does go down. And someone in the chat mentioned that Tyrande doesn't have a passive. I was have a passive trait. It's a active trait. Yes, she does, but I was talking about the True Shot Aura, which is pretty much always taken with this kind of build.
And there's a steal on the Bruiser camp. Nice move here. Getting rid of Vala really helped out in... Ooh, yeah.
Not going to get it. Too many minions. not going to take the risk. Stitches is going to be walking forward and starting to clear the wave instead. Hasselhobbs, he is waiting for it though in case Nomi does get engaged. Hook does land.
There it is.
There's the Ravenous Spirit. Down he goes. Sergeant Hammer is sieged up. Going to have to boost away. Shrink Ray going to slow him down. Stun does not land though. Sergeant Hammer still has the chance of getting away. Gets cleansed as well. So we'll be able to get behind this wall and get out of there. For now though, well met. Going to be turning onto the fort. The Knights have actually ignored the fort due to the fact they got distracted by the heroes.
Yeah, I think that was still a good choice. They could have gotten one more pick up there, and that would have helped out even more than going for that fort. That fort was theirs to secure anyways, and they had the mercenaries down here as well. So that's the next fort that's about to fall. And ooh, missing that hook, a little bit unfortunate. That fort is going down, and they still have the siege giants on full health.
Yep, having a look at some of the ultimates from the side of Mousesports, we do have the Tranquility coming out of Malfurion for that huge healing. Divine Storm coming out of Ufa. Napalm Strike out of Sergeant Hammer. The Strafe coming out of Valor, and she's already on the multi-shot build, so just going for full area damage, which is pretty interesting considering, like we've said before, well met, don't have too much CC. Tyrande, though, very much focusing. She has the extra range on her Lunar Flare. Going to be trying to pick people off that way and interrupt. Buster Cap. Gonna get
the Gorge onto ETC.
Good.
Oh, and a perfect zombie wall to take him out. What a follow-up. Starzard also shrunk down. Looks like he can boost away.
Yeah, he got cleansed. He's going to get out. Feral Lunge, though. Hiruke giving chase. He has already thrown down the ward, and that allows them to hook Lido. But Lido sprinting out of the stun of Tyrande is going to be able to get away. Zombie wall not landing on anyone. But that is still a kill for well met. They now have a bit of leniency when it comes to getting these seeds. Moshpit is on ETC, but didn't even get to cast it in that last fight. Just died too quickly.
Yep. I mean, they just made the right idea. They had the right idea here. Just go on out, retreat out of this fight, and cut your losses. And actually moving up to the top Shambler, and they should try to get it before Wellmet makes a turnaround to that top lane. But it looks like they're already too late. I mean, Wellmet, they had a little bit of headway to do this, and oh, this is gonna spell doom to Mousesports. Not getting these seats either. This is gonna hurt in the long run.
Yep, but if Mousesports can delay them there long enough, they have a chance of at least being able to deny them this first Plant Terror. There we go. They are at least starting to kill this off so that they can get some seeds of their own. And well met, their Terror is ready. So Mousesports currently just trying to buy some time to at least deny that Plant Terror, see if they can deny that Plant Terror overall, or try and get one of their own. I don't think there's enough seeds in this one, though, to get one of their own, but well met.
What a steal.
Anyway, Ravenous Spirit over the wall, chasing Kidder. He vaults to try and escape, and the Tranquility will heal up and prevent anyone from dying to that Ravenous Spirit. It got quite close, but no one did go down. Tassadar is now going to be back and grab that Terror with 10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, really good job here by Karayan, keeping everyone alive and everyone just sticking around. That was a really important move. Unfortunately, they didn't grab enough seeds for that next Garden Terror, but
I don't even think there was enough in there, so I don't think they had much of a chance. But like you said, what is more important right now is they do all stay alive, so that they have everyone up, can get some good engagements, and try and turn onto Wellmet if they do make a mistake.
Oh, by the way, we have level 16 talents available, and of course, Nomi is going for Fishing Hook here.
Yep, that's scary. And we also have more owl power. The Ranger has been taken from Tyrande. The extra damage, we're going to see some chunking owls, especially if
nice
Wellmet
sniper. That's going to be the best Tyrande sniper we've seen in a while. And get him here, trying to make his move. Fishing Hook missing there.
I like the zombie positioning though. Try to trap him up against the wall if the hook had landed. That would have been scary.
He's gonna try once again. Let's see, getting into position.
It's okay, killing the wall so that Nomi has a better hook angle. There's a Carrion.
Oh,
hook doesn't land. And this is what Wellmet do. They play very close to your base when they have a Plant Terror with Stitches, and they bully you. They throw in a hook and keep you scared. You have to play far back, which gives the Plant Terror a good opportunity to start working on your buildings. Gunherd is actually going down right now. When's his next bulb? Up 2 seconds. Yep, but
a nice pushback out of Buster Cap.
He also got cleansed. Hiruke does get stunned, though. He is going to be able to wolf out of there. Moshpit gets interrupted. Buster Cap gets annihilated by the Annihilating Spirit. Louis trying to back up as well. Carrier gets stunned out of the gorge. He's going to try and back up, and he does get picked off. Well met in a dominating positioning right now. They're going to be able to take down the keep, and Hiruke diving in very hard onto King Nadesh, but he is able to back out and keep himself alive.
Oh, if they can hook one more, I think they might actually end this right here, but nope, turning back around and trying to help out their Siege Dance in top lane. Seems like a solid idea.
Nomi. 11 seconds till this hook is up. The cooldown has been increased, which makes it slightly less scary than it was pre-patch. But it is still pretty terrifying, especially from that range. When they have this great combo, this is something the World Met practice a lot. Hook lands!
There's the hook!
Does not
rush,
bolts
away.
And Pingadesh able to back out, gets the double heal, and is still going to go back to the base. Ow! Does demount him and chunks him for half of the health he had left. But World Met going to be able to get a keep for this at least. Valor is now back. But they are still in a terrible position, having a huge amount of trouble just getting any kind of engagement onto Well Met.
Yeah, the problem is they're also now 2 keeps down, which means catapults in 2 lanes, and that's pretty tough to deal with, especially if you're 3 levels down, like they are currently. But we're not going to be able to take team fights for quite some time.
There's still a talent down as well, like that's about to change very shortly. They will hit level 16 once they have cleared one more wave, or this hard camp that Well Met was able to take. But Well Met, approaching level 19, they're still going to be 3 levels ahead.
Yeah, and if they play their cards right, they can even deny another Garden Terror, but looks like this time they're going to let it slip. Even a few sites being taken for free up here for Team Mousesports.
So Well Met deciding to get out rather than getting caught out. Don't want to die unnecessarily. Garden Terror, Gurdenherd has taken it. He will be on his way to put some more pressure on. See if they can force Mousesports to head back to base. But Mousesports, they do have enough time to take the remainder of this Garden Terror, which means that Gurdenherd can just rush straight for the base rather than attempt to fight them.
Are they going for that rush?
Well, they can at least put some pressure on. No, looks like they're just going to go bot and get the XP. I think they could probably go for the base. They already have knights there.
Oh, they're just going to get him out of position, go for the safe route.
Afterwards for defense if it went wrong. I think they should have just gone for the base. For now, though, they are just going through bot lane. Planter and not even dropping the bulb. That's how quickly that fort's going down. Instead, they're just going to put the pressure on to this bottom lane keep.
No, might actually reach level 20 before Mousesports reaches level 17. Pushing this incredibly hard and still have 50 seconds on that Garden Terror.
Yeah, they are pretty comfortable. However, Mousesports do have a terror of their own now, so they can use that for defense. Gurdenherd continuing to just kill these towers, get some XP for his team. Level 17, about to get hit by Mousesports. And that will give them a little bit of breathing room in between the time it takes for Well Met to get to level 20.
Yeah, Harbor Siege mode being taken by Sergeant Hammer, Tenacious Roots by Malfurion, Blood for Blood on Valor, and the Hardened Focus on Luther, and Stone Skin by ETC.
I'm not too sure about the whole Hover Siege ability. Starzer gets knocked down and taken out. And that's why I was thinking maybe not Hover Siege. Graduating range would have allowed him to maybe outrange that ability. Instead, he just sort of moved slowly away from it. Kingadesh trying to drop some damage onto Stitches, but Stitches just shrugging it off right now. Valor does not have the giant killer talent, which does make sense with this build.
Strafe goes uninterrupted, but there comes the Gorge.
And stun. And stunned a bit too early. Kingadesh is going to go down to the Ravenous Spirit, though. Carrion is also about to get popped out of the terror from that Ravenous Spirit. He's having to back up, and he gets picked off. Didn't even get to use his ult. And now Well Met are going for the core, and this will be GG from game number 1. Well Met, very convincing.
3 heroes down, that's no chance in hell that Mousesports is going to make a comeback here.
1-0. Level 20, 9 kills to 2.
Really dominating position for Well Met from the beginning on out.
Yeah, very, very well played by them. However, it is a best of 3, so Mousesports do have a chance of making a comeback in the next series. In the next game, not the next series. This is a 1 series.
So, do we know the maps yet? I don't think we do, right?
I don't think so.
Let's see, they probably decided on the maps beforehand.
Yeah, we just don't know them.
Yeah. We'll have to figure it out. Still really, really well played here by Well Met. They never really got, gave Mousesports a little bit of headway to get into their team composition and try things out.
Yeah, and this is what Well Met do. We were talking about it throughout that game, but most of the games we've seen them, especially on that map, it very often happens on the Garden of Terror. If you give well-met Stitches, they're gonna pick some combination of Tyrande, Nazeebo, and Malfurion, and they're just gonna do the hook into lockdown into completely destroy whoever's been hooked. And then combining that with the fact that they did actually run Gorge just so they could do that twice, that is terrifying. That's basically 2 free kills if one of you gets hooked. And then Stitches can just waddle in once you, while Well-Met pushes into your team because they're suddenly 5 versus 4, grab another player and just take him to the back line to die as well.
Yeah, and you could really see that in Mousesports play. They were really, really scared of that combination, and especially just the Stitches to Ronda combo. Having that out from the beginning on, yeah, just made their play really, really cautious. All right, looks like the next draft is already up.
All right.
Where are we? Where are we? Like this one. Perfect. And they're about ready.
There we go. Yep, I see it.
Perfect.
Yep, so we're just waiting for the teams to ready up, and we will get underway with that draft. But yeah, well, Mousesports, I will say about their comp, running the double support was an okay idea. It's worked in the past. We see it from a lot of teams when they basically looking for a kind of last resort kind of thing, looking for a kind of cheese. But running it in the first match on Garden of Terror didn't really work out for them this time.
You think they're going to do something about Stitches? Maybe ban him out? Or,
yes, absolutely.
Or counterpick him or something?
I think so. It's the question of how comfortable are they giving over Illidan to Well-Met? Because who gets first ban now? It's still going to be... It should be Well-Met who gets first ban now, right?
Wait, no, they had first ban last time, didn't they?
Is it loser picks map or is it alternate? Alternating, sorry. Not team alternate. They play next week. Sorry, Friday, not next week.
What are we talking about?
I said, or do they alternate? Wait, not alternate, so they play later.
Well, I think they alternate because the map picks start from beginning. Like,
Okay, so yeah, it should be Mousesports who pick first then. Okay, so that means Mousesports have a bit more control. They have to ban Illidan or Stitches though. Like, I think they'd rather give Zeratul over to Well-Met.
Really?
But, I personally would.
Really?
But
isn't Zeratul the most overpowered hero in the game right now?
That is debatable. Some people think so, some people don't.
Okay.
I don't know. I think I'm just going by Well-Met style. I think that you'd be more comfortable. I think they might be more comfortable giving away Zeratul. We'll find out though, because the draft has started. And thank you for inviting me to the game. Cheers. And yep, it appears to be Mousesports who do get first ban. I'm pretty sure it will be Illidan or Stitches. I am assuming Stitches because that was terrifying.
Mm-hmm. Well, they could go for Illidan and then pick up Stitches themselves.
Tassadar.
Are you kidding me?
Okay, but this means that they either want Stitches or they want Illidan or they want Zeratul themselves. Whatever Well-Met leaves open for them, they're going to get for free, basically.
Maybe
and they're
Stitches and
they
Illidan.
still get a decent ban out from this. So that's not too bad. And that's another point we sort of glossed over, but never really went into details on from the last match. They had Tassadar. Not only did they have basically everything they needed for the perfect lockdown comp, they also had the vision of exactly where the enemy team was with the combination of Owl and Oracle.
Yep. And Farsight.
And Farsight, yeah. They had permanent vision of where everyone was. It was brilliant and terrifying.
Yeah, that's one thing we need to point out a little bit more going to player vision, because it's kind of hard to see from the caster perspective, but like their map vision was incredible. Definitely incredible.
Only way they could have more map vision is if they ran the comp. Oh wow, Well-Met.
Interesting bans, really interesting bans.
Mousesports instantly taking the Illidan. Well-Met though, they're now left with the option to take both Stitches and Zeratul if they want to. That old classic combo. They're actually going to take Ufa though and Sergeant Hammer.
Oh,
so Well-Met now have the option to take Stitches and someone else. I doubt they take Zeratul as well, because they already have a melee assassin.
Stitches and Tyrande, maybe. And kind of do the counterplay to Well-Met from last game.
Quite possibly. The question is, how confident are they of pulling off that particular play? Tyrande is a good choice on this map, though. due to the fact that owls and long-range lunar flares are ridiculously annoying when you're trying to capture a tribute.
Mm-hmm. That would be a really, really good idea here. And it is Stitches.
And probably Valor, I think. They'd be hard-pressed to give that over to Well Met. Yep, there we go. Gonna be picking that up. Well Met now. They do have a... They've already picked their support up. They're going for a bit more of a lockdown engagey comp, I think, if they're running UFA already. So they've completely switched up their playstyle for this map, which is going to be very interesting to see how Mousesports adapts to this. So what do they have option-wise? They still have the option of Nazibo, which worked very well for them last time.
I was thinking about that. Having Sergeant Hammer and Nazibo in there would be pretty incredible damage-wise, and also...
Seen it before. It is terrifying.
Yeah, truly terrifying, especially for Illidan or Vala if she gets close, but I think she's going to stay back for this match.
Indeed, we will have to see, and they do need a warrior. There is the Nazibo. So now, they're going to run Tyrande anyway, so there will be that bonus damage on the Sergeant Hammer. And Vala sort of takes the role of... Tyrande, sort of takes the role nowadays, like we said, of Tassadar, where he can fit in instead of a melee assassin. Tyrande isn't really filling that same role as Tassadar is, with shields and heals and automobiles. But instead she is filling the role of extra heals and buffing the damage of your other characters while giving you some long-range CC.
Yeah, quite versatile in that way.
Yep.
And now Mousesports, I mean, they already have Stitches. They want to go for their supports now. They
need a support, and if they're running double support, 2 supports. If they're not running double support, they need a second ranged carry. The two best ones, other than Valor, have already gone over to Well Met, so their options are a bit limited there. So there's a chance that they may just run Illidan as their second damage character, maybe, and just run double warrior.
Okay.
Like it is possible, but difficult and a bit weird.
Kind of like to see them go for Diablo, just to
there's Brightwing.
Oh.
And Abathur, Illidan Abathur, you scumbags, Mousesport. So for those of you who don't know and haven't had the pleasure of meeting this ridiculous combo in your matchmaking, Illidan Abathur is insanely annoying. He's incredibly hard to kill. It does a buttload of damage and is very much on your face at all times. So it's very interesting to see this. This is probably the best map to do it, to be fair, but it's very reliant on how good your Illidan player is and how well the enemy team reacts to it. So basically, the enemy team, they do actually have to focus down Illidan. Like, they can't ignore him, which is why Stitches and Valor and Brightwing all also pretty good targets for any kind of focus. Brightwing can polymorph someone who might be trying to lock down your Illidan and Valor with a Rain of Vengeance, or a Strafe if Illidan's being a good distraction. Could be very effective. Stitches, likely to be going either the tankier buildings, they don't really have that much defense, or running the mini-stun, just so they can interrupt Nazibo.
And well, Matt is going for EDC as their final pick here. So apparently Muradin has fallen out of fashion for them as well.
Seems. Nomi must be disappointed.
Yeah, I guess so. But he was a pretty good Stitches player last game. Let's see how he plays his EDC.
Player.
Sure.
He was one of the people who played Warriors, who played ETC as a Warrior before it came into favor. So mad props to them.
What do you think about that Brightwing choice? There's still some other supports open, but still went for Brightwing.
I think it's definitely...
The polymorph?
Yeah, it's definitely because of the polymorph, so they can interrupt the Mosh Pit or the Ravenous Spirit. I appear to be a player. I also appear to be Illidan. Who's their player? It is Illidan. I'm the right hero! I'm on the right team as the right hero, just coincidentally, because it's the last one I played. Okay, so host needs to move. Soke needs to move me. There we go.
Okay, let's try this one more time. Actually, missing a player
that was
for
a
now.
Ridiculous coincidence, though. That was quite cool.
No mic.
I have a mic. It's just busy.
Well, they can just listen to the stream. Have that 2-minute delay. How's that going to work out for teamwork?
I'll communicate with them that way.
Alright, looks like everyone's about to get ready for this next game. And I'm really interested in this Abathur Illidan combo.
Have you played against it yet?
No, I haven't encountered it.
Noxious as all hell. You will love it. But the question is, you may see it and be like, wow, that was really underwhelming because of just how good well met is. That's what I'm thinking might happen at the moment. I may be talking this up and then it just gets shut down.
How does it work if you're behind in levels? Is it one of those things that you can only really pull off if you're even or ahead?
You can do it behind in levels, but you basically have to be 2v1ing. Like, Illidan needs to find people who are separated and then just sticks to them and locks them down and kills them.
Alright, so we'll have to see if they can actually pull it off versus well met. I have to talk to Ryan afterwards, like how long their team in this current composition has been playing. It doesn't really look like they've been practicing all that much. At least not from that last game, but we'll have to see.
Well, we can, there's one way to tell. Well, Carrion's been playing a lot, at least. I just had a very quick look at his match history, but I didn't actually see who he was playing with. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to game number 2 of the Heroes Premier League Season 2. Second game of the entire season. We are very excited. It's going to be between Well Met and Mousesports. Well Met currently 1-0 up. We are on the Cursed Hollow, and we should be seeing an interesting game based on the compositions.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well met, a little bit more standard, but
yep, very high damage, very low interest.
Let's check it out. Here they are. We are on Cursed Hollow, and our team in the blue trunks on the left side, they are Well Met, featuring Zake on Tyrande, Nomi on ETC. In the top lane we have Haruki playing Uther, and down in the bot lane Hasops on Nazeebo and Gedamherd playing Sergeant Hammer.
And on the right hand side it is going to be Mousesports, and starting in the top lane on the Valor with the Demon Hunter skin, Vampire Hunter skin, it is going to be Lidu, Buster Cap, going to be playing the Stitches. In the mid lane with the Toothless Brightwing tent, it is going to be Carrion playing the Illidan. It's going to be Starzerg, and in the bottom lane it's going to be Kidda on the Abathur.
Alright, so bot lane looks like it's going to be the push lane here. Them, Brightwing and Illidan coming down, but they're hiding in the bushes for now.
Yep, and warning ping, because they don't want to risk getting caught by Stitches. Abathur already getting some harassment down with by just jumping onto his clone, onto his Locust, sorry, to try and get some harassment. A little bit of a scuffle in the mid lane, nothing much is going to happen. Top lane, going to be very, very difficult. Haruki versus Linu. Haruki can very easily out-harass. Starzerg, however, in this bot lane, looking for his opportunity to engage. Abathur is now on his head. They are looking for their chance to get an engagement when someone's separated, and Soke is going to be the
ridiculously
target.
Strong combination, but Starzerg doesn't want to overextend here. Gedamherd in such a good position there. So they actually kind of want to go for him, but he really needs to run in there with him.
If they go for him, then he's going to be locked in with zombie balls. Gedamherd too close to the wall there, really, for a good engagement. Starzerg, there we go, dashing backwards, then instantly running backwards so that he doesn't get engaged upon. Knockback coming in from Gedamherd. There's the engage from Starzerg. Not using his abilities to engage there, using them as an escape. Something that a lot of people in ladder could learn from it. Don't use your abilities on Illidan as an engage. If you have to, you can use them as an escape.
Yeah, really more of the defensive play, but also a solid option here, especially if you're going on against triple stack, and it's only 2.5 players.
Well, the most important thing that I should point out from this is Starzerg, despite the fact that he's been in this lane dueling against Tyrande, Nazeebo, and Sergeant Hammer, he has only... This is the first damage. This right now is the first damage he's taken. And now he's taking a bit more. He's dived possibly a bit too far. He's going to Shadow Talk and use his leap to jump over the zombies to give himself some freedom. But the shield he's been getting from Abathur and the heals he's been getting from Carrion have kept him very healthy, as well as the fact he has the Shadow Shield of his own. Going on to Soke now, and he's just engaging on anyone he has, doing as much damage as possible. Once again, using his leap, getting out of there very safely. His dive, sorry, not his leap.
Yeah, Starzerg is such a good player these days. I mean, he's really improved quite a bit lately.
Yep, and there we go. Brightwing immediately teleporting back after going B to get some mana and health. Starzerg very hard off the Gedamherd and chases him, but he's over the wall. His dive isn't up yet, and it just came up, but it wasn't in time. Starzerg giving his life for that. A bit too aggressive there. I think he was hoping he could get the kill before Sergeant Hammer went through the wall, but was having no such luck.
Just
Brightwing,
as I was calling him out.
yeah, Brightwing just going to be soaking the XP down here. We'll probably teleport up to top lane for the tribute if any of her team were there, but no one willing to take that risk. Nomi holding back Buster Cop. Illidan nowhere near getting there in time. Hiruke going to be wandering back up to get that XP.
Have a look at the talents here. We have Pressurized Glance on Aberther. Gonna increase the range of his Spike Burst. And we have the Adrenal Overload, which gives him a little bit more attack speed.
Yep, an amazing talent to be taking when he's basically sitting on Illidan full time, and that extra AoE damage from the Pressurized Glance is pretty effective. We're actually hitting level 7 now, and we can see, not that unexpected, he takes the Needle Spine, extra damage and range on the stab of Symbiote. So it's just huge extra damage and mobility on Starzerg here. Just make him as effective a killer as possible.
Yeah. It's gonna be a really, really strong Illidan coming in. But for now, Illidan actually joined mid lane there, for a little bit at least. And Karine, only one down here defending that bot lane, and it might actually go down. Aberther now jumping on the back here. But is that gonna be enough? I kind of doubt it. Get him here to just siege up again. And there he goes.
He's just gonna go. He's just gonna do it. And here in comes Starzerg. He will force the unsiege, which may be enough to defend the fort. And now he's going on to Hasselhoff. Hook does not land. But Starzerg is gonna be able to get out of here pretty safely and pretty effectively. They did get the tribute, which does even up the tribute count, and they will clear this minion wave. But Sergeant Hammer, that's about 2 auto attacks worth, maybe 3. Oh, sieging up though. Starzerg instantly going onto him, using the evasion. Still hasn't taken any damage. Fort goes down, but Gurdenherd dropping very low. Stun lands though. Starzerg not giving up though, dealing as much damage as possible, but he's not going to be able to pick anyone off here.
Yeah, he's not going to overextend like that last time. Not going to jump over the wall. Not with 3 heroes at almost full health, or 2 heroes at least almost at full health. And next tribute should be coming up pretty soon. Kind of anxious here. Buster Cap still in that mid lane, but seeing the rotation already out of well met. So he needs to watch out a little bit here. And there's that tribute coming up. Really good location for well met.
Yep, pretty good for them. Gurdenherd going to be sieging up, making sure that he has the maximum area possible while staying safe. Actually, he's going to aggro the boss and start attacking that. He appears to be out damaging it fairly effectively. Hasselhoff's going to help him start taking that. They do get the tributes. That's 2-1. And yeah, good start.
There was no way that Mousesports could have gone for that tribute. Level 10 for well met, and they were still too far off from their own level 10s. So really good idea to go for the boss right there, but it's only Illidan taking it for now. Everyone else staying in lane.
He is not here to care. He is just dealing with this with the help of Aberther. He's about to get... Oh no, I forgot he has the unstoppable animation when he does use that dive, so able to avoid the stun there. Ultimates are now available. We have Monstrosity out of Aberther, going to get some extra pushing potential and some experience.
This is going to hurt. Well, Matt is going to get the steal here. And it's only Starzerg and Lilu trying to stop this. Nope, there's the steal.
Starzerg pretty low here. If he gets a stun landed onto him, he's going to be in some serious trouble. So much, just little bits of damage, and there's the CC. Down he goes, like we did say. Ravenous Spirit over the wall. Buster Cap gonna go down. Didn't even get to use his abilities. Lidu is going to be able to escape with the help of Aberther, but that was devastating. Both bosses going over to well met and 2 kills. That is going to be very
a little bit too easy on them. And now Lino gets actually picked off here in between the boss and this half of this team. Jeez, what a pickup.
Yeah, diving from behind the fort, chasing him towards their golem, and able to pick him off with the ETC stun. Very, very nice out of well met. And once again, after a little bit of a shaky start when Illidan managed to get a 1-for-1 trade, and it was looking like Assaults may have a chance with this combo, but well met, suddenly putting themselves back in full control.
Yeah, just look so good here. And the third tribute, they need to stop this one, but can they really? Starzerg trying to move in.
He's stunned, and that's the issue. This combination doesn't work if you just get stunned. You need to be moving constantly. And Illidan going down again. Aberther's Monstrosity already expired and killed off in the bot lane, so he's gaining no more XP from there. Other heroic abilities we can see in the game, it is going to be Putrid Bile out of Stitches, and the Emerald Wind out of Brightwing, Rain of Vengeance out of Valor, which we did see earlier, and the level 13 talents out of Well Met, Lunar Blaze for that extra range on the Lunar Flare out of Tyrande, Double Sprint coming out from Nazeebo and Ufa, First Strike coming out from Gurdenherd, which is an incredibly aggressive talent. Gurdenherd very confident that his team will be able to protect him, because that is a lot of extra damage if they can keep him safe.
Yeah, but they need to watch out. Good Rain of Vengeance onto Haselops. He's dropping quite low, but Starzerk is trying to jump on top of him. It's gonna be hard to follow him here. Buster also stepping back there. Rooted Bound not doing all that much. Trying to zone out Nomi, but looks like they're retreating. No more damage being done here by either team. But at least everyone got out without losing a hero in this fight.
Indeed, and for those of you who haven't seen the First Strike talent out of Sergeant Hammer, it is basic attacks deal 25% more damage if you haven't been attacked for the last 5 seconds. And if you don't know, Advanced Artillery level 1 trait is 10% more damage. So that gives you kind of an idea of how much extra damage Sergeant Hammer is getting here, as long as she's left alone.
Yeah, you really need to stay so far back if you want to make most use of that talent. But if you do, then it's just incredibly strong.
Very much so. Play very far back in the base, forward to the locusts. He's still looking for opportunity to maybe gank and kill Illidan again. Doesn't matter how good you play Illidan, he's still very squishy, and now he's being caught between a rock and a hard place. He's trying to dash out, metamorphosizes, and dodges the Divine Storm, able to escape.
Yeah, really good move here by Starzerk, and trying to go on top of Haselops, but this time Rain of Vengeance misses. There's the nice little hook onto Zaka, but he gets away too. And good move here by Nomi, trying to keep Lino back there, and even pushing him towards his team, but she gets away, and Starzerk actually jumps out of there. Can they disengage this in time?
Ow.
No interrupt here. And it's just not doing all that much. Buster Cap does get out there.
He's dropped quite low, but now Sergeant Hammer is going to have that First Strike pop. 384 damage currently on his auto attacks. That is quite a lot of damage. Illidan going in again, but there's so much CC here. Dodges the Lunar Flare though. It's not going to stop him. There's the knockback from ETC, and down he goes once again. CC, enemy of Illidan's everywhere. Lino was able to drop some damage onto Haruke, however. Once again, Mousesports unable to pick up a kill. Only kill they have is that dive from Illidan that got himself killed at the start.
Yeah, the 1-for-1 trade, not really the best option. And, well, haven't really gotten a fort here, so they could still make a comeback possible, but it's all gonna rely on maybe going for more tributes and finally getting a curse up. Then
maybe getting a golem that might give them something. It's gonna be very hard. There's the fact that also Nazeebo is running Mule, so even out of all of this, Well Met do have a counter to basically any aggression that Mousesports do throw at them. Stitches didn't really get much out of that. Boss does go over to Well Met, and Linu is playing a bit too far forward. There's the stun chain, and Linu goes down. That is, oh my god, that is brutal.
Yeah, that just hurts right now. I mean, now at the 11-minute mark, this is a 30-second cooldown on death. So it's gonna be out of that next fight, which means Tribute could actually still go over to him. Nope, they don't have it. Oh, they do!
Nice
What
owl.
a Sentinel! Perfect Sentinel. And Starzerk is in trouble here once again. Can he jump over someone? Oh, he might actually get away. There comes the hook onto Zake.
Yeah, bit of a delay on that one. That is a bug that does happen now. Having a look at Starzerk, he wants to go in here, but everyone is here. CC will kill him. He does have the Sober transference, which basically means that as the more enemies are around him, the more he's going to get healed, thanks to Abathur's Spike Burst. With has the reduced cooldown, but it's just too risky to dive in when there's that much CC. This build of Illidan pretty much getting hard countered here.
It's interesting, they really changed up the way the tribute algorithm works. It's a tribute in the same place again. This didn't used to happen.
Oh no, it didn't despawn, did it? It was interrupted by the owl.
Oh, true.
Yeah, no, it was never taken in the first place.
Yeah, right. The owl interrupted it and they never went for it. But instead got the steal on the boss, and that boss is wailing away at that top peak now, and looks like they're going in.
Yep, Starzerk
singled out once again.
CC, and the boss is the one that kills him.
And Karai trying to push them back. Can he do it though? Nomi is on top of him, and he gets that kill. Buster Cap trying to go and run from that Spirit. Can he do it? Nope. There comes the Mousesports, and Buster Cap is caught in there. Harubi comes in from the top and takes him out. That's 4 heroes down. And can they go for the final kill? I think so.
Lino is all that's left. He's trying to do the damage. There's the GG well played out of Stitches, and this should be GG. And we're going to see, oh, yeah, we're going to see Lidu survive until the end of the game. He almost got killed at the end there. But that is GG, and Well Met take the very first series in the Heroes Premier League Season 2, 2-0.
Yeah, really, it didn't really look that good for Mousesports, to be honest. The first game looked alright, but the second game, I don't know, they never really got a head start. Never could play out that nice little combo you were talking about, the Abathur Illidan combo. Just didn't look that good.
Yeah, it's an okay idea, but if we have a look at the team of Well Met, everyone except Nazibo has some form of CC that can lock him down. The knockback from Sergeant Hammer, the slows from the mines all go through Illidan's evasion, etc. Stun and knockback, and a second stun in the form of Mosh Pit. Tyrande, stun, Ufa, multiple stuns. It's a hugely difficult task for Illidan to really get anything done there, especially due to the fact that if he does just go full ham and just dive in, the first thing that's going to happen is Ufa's going to press R. And suddenly you're completely locked down, and then just the
that's what they did.
Happens.
Just CC all the way onto Illidan, and then just focus him out. But I think the problem was also that their whole team synergy didn't really come to play here.
Synergy is
yeah. To be honest, not that much teamwork going on for Mousesports. It was always Starzerk going in, but the remainder of his team just staying back, and you really need that support if you want to make it happen.
Yeah, their team was a bit iffy in terms of what they wanted to do. For example, Illidan and Abathur combined together is very much we're going to go very hard onto the enemy here. And they had the monstrosity in the background for the extra experience while all that was going on. But the other heroes that they had, Valor, very much a play from further back, which basically means all the aggro is going to go onto Illidan. And Stitches, even though he had the Putrid Bile, he's still more of a picker than a frontliner. So, and Brightwing, very much just can only really lock down one person. That still leaves Mosh Pit or the Ravenous Spirit available. So all of their teams seem to be working towards different things, and it just didn't really sync together. Yeah.
Well, maybe they have a little bit better luck next time. They're probably playing again next Monday, if I see this correct.
I can. Oh, do you already have the?
Oh, we have the schedule. Give me a sec here. I can check.
Yeah, I'm scrolling up for it.
Not finding it in time.
I found it.
Okay, perfect.
Friday, Monday. I am not seeing them. Oh, there we go. March 16th apparently is the next game. According to this.
Wow. Quite some time to go. But anyways, we're getting ready for. Oh, Starzerk just left the team.
Oh, did he?
I don't know. It just says in chat. We're getting ready for our next game, which will be Gamers 2 versus Eyes on You. And I've never heard about Eyes on You. We'll have to see who they are. I don't know if you've casted them.
I have not cast them. I've heard of them, but I have not cast them yet.
Okay, so we'll check them out soon. First, we're going to go into a quick commercial break, and when we're back, it's Gamers 2 versus Eyes on You. And we're back with the Heroes Premier League Season 2, and, well, to be honest, we're not actually showing Gamers versus Eyes on You, since Gamers actually forfeited their match for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe they had to play another league, or I have no idea. We'll have to ask them next week. But we do have that Acer versus Baron 4 match for you now.
Yep, this is correct. I'm just currently trying to relocate the replays because this will be done from replay.
Do you know if we have the draft for that?
I don't think we do. It might be in Stormcraft. You might be able to like, scroll all the way back through this, but I have no idea when the games were played.
Okay, give me a sec. Maybe I'll find it.
Alright, you do that while I attempt to work out where Skype saves files.
Oh, which one was the first one? First Hollow?
I really wish players would name them. Sky Temple, apparently, if they're done in the order they're sent.
I don't know. Maybe?
Me neither.
Did he say something?
Did who say something?
Second match. Replay. Well, we'll just go for Sky Temple for the or actually Cursed Hollow for the first one. Seems more likely, right?
But it's ask him. it's the order he sent them is Sky Temple, then Cursed Hollow.
Well, we'll figure this out. Do you have your replay set up now?
No, I'm trying to work out where on earth they're saved. I'm struggling. Give me a bit.
In Skype?
Yeah.
It's the downloaded files or folder.
Yeah, I don't know where that is.
You can also go into the Skype conversation and then just click Show Me in Folder.
I completely didn't think that one through. Yep, I could have done that the entire time. I'm stupid. Let me get it.
Still haven't found that replay. They probably didn't do the draft via Stormcraft.
Okay. Okay, let me bring these into a folder where I can find them. Yeah, I'm just dragging them slowly through my replay folder.
Well, I can tell you the team compositions right now. We have Zon, or actually we have Stitches, Tassadar, Uther, Sergeant Hammer, and Nazibo taken by Team Acer.
Nice.
And we have ETC, Tyrande, Valor, Zagara, and Malfurion taken by Baron 4. Cool. So, looks like a really cool lineup for both of these teams.
All right, I have found it. And have they told us the order? Okay, it's how he linked it. All right.
Okay, perfect. So we'll start with Sky Temple.
Yep. Loading it up now. And I will pause as quickly as I can.
Perfect.
Oh, hang on. It's Control Shift 0, Control Shift O, Control Shift 0. Oh wait, I'm clicking on Skype. Control Shift O brings up the replay controls. There we go.
All right, good. Let's do it.
And 1 second. Okay, yes, I'm ready.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, so hopefully we did that as synced up as we could.
I certainly hope so. Well, we are on Sky Temple, and this is Team Acer in the blue trunks here on the left side, and they have Zon playing Stitches, have Baneless playing Uther. In the top lane, we have Greenout playing Tassadar, Polo playing Vala, and in the bot lane, Zagara played by Zypho.
And on the right-hand side, in the red trunks, it is going to be Baron 4. And spawning as the Sergeant Hammer in the top lane, it is going to be Karma. Spawning as the Malfurion, it is Zasa Lamel. But we shall call him Zasa. On the Tyrande, we have Kie. Is that how we agreed to pronounce it?
I think we pronounce it Kea.
Kea. Yeah, Kea sounds about right. It is going to be Aroni, or Aroni, as his name is spelled. Yep, just Aaron. I like Aroni. Aroni is fine. Arity on the ETC in the mid lane, and in the bot lane, it is going to be Pyrolus, aka Pyro, on the Nazeebo.
Oh, this is an interesting lane composition. Nazeebo versus Zagara.
Yeah,
both the damage coming out here.
Both the pushes. Right now, it looks like Pyro is focusing more on trying to kill Zypho, but by throwing out those frogs really early, but not able to land anything. Zypho responding in kind with the Hunter Killer, gonna chase Pyro back into his base.
So they're gonna give a little bit of headway to Zypho with this creep spread, and if he's doing a good job, and so far it looks like he is.
Yeah, well, he has the extra health regen on creep talent as his level 1. So he's going to be able to get a little bit of healing, whereas also Valor running a bit more sustain as well in the top lane. She's actually going on to Karma with the rest of her team. Greenout gets stunned from Kea. Kea having to back up there. We're seeing a lot of trading back and forth, but Acer coming out ahead in that. But yeah, as I said, siphoning Arrow coming out from Valor, giving her a bit more sustain. They're still going very aggressive with the amount of harassment they're doing. Karma dropped very low, having to fountain. In fact, all 3 members of Baron 4 having to fountain. Arony currently chilling with Zon in the mid tempo.
This is gonna be dangerous for Zon. There's the pushback, and they're going for him, but oh, barely missing that route. Still, that's 4 heroes here in the mid temple, and it looks like they have pretty solid control. Uther turning around. Oh, Acer, they want to go for the steal in this temple here, but Zon is caught out again and pushed in between all of the Baron 4 members. But Kea, she's dropped so incredibly low and can't get healed back up. It's gonna give control of this mid temple to Acer, and will probably force a rotation to Baron 4.
Yep, Baron 4 heading up to the top lane, gonna want to try and get at least some of the shots from there. Greenout, though, already up here, is going to attempt to just steal like 1 or 2 shots before Baron 4 get there, and he is getting a couple. But now he's going to have to get out of there. He does have Dimensional Shift if he needs to, but it looks like he's going to be able to just walk out of there just fine, even with Sergeant Hammer on his face.
And now it's time for Baron 4 to make their escape. Oh, Polo coming from the side there, catching quite a few shots. And Zon once again caught out, but can they dish out enough damage to take him out before he gets away?
Zon's gone for an interesting talent choice with the block instead of the healing. That is definitely focused on Tyrande and Sergeant Hammer. Kea having to back out. Arity gets hooked in. He's already very low. Stun lands on no one, unfortunately, and ETC does go down.
Nice little pick up there, and they're gonna get the final shots out of that temple. So pretty much both temples were under solid control here for Team Acer, and that's gonna reflect in their siege damage quite heavily. 15,000 also done here by Zagara in the meantime. So yeah, that's a lot of damage in that bot lane, and almost none for Pyro. He's just really preoccupied just dealing with Zagara there.
Yep, this is true. Apparently 5.00 is relevant in this game.
Somehow.
Yep. Not sure what about, nothing to do with his stacks, but it looks good. I just had a quick look at his Conjurer's Pursuit stacks, but it doesn't look like it is anything to do with that. For now, though, other than the block being taken by Stitches and the Siphoning Arrow being taken by Valor, very standard builds out of everyone. Valor going for the auto, it's going for a... Actually, no, Valor's actually going for more of a hybrid build, running the Battle Momentum so that she can get some more abilities out for more damage. The Manticore for that extra auto attack damage, Siphoning Arrow for that extra bit of sustain. Zagara also running the Battle Momentum, so this is a hugely push-heavy build she's done. Health regen on the creep, going to keep her sustained. The extra damage coming out from her auto attacks on Envenom Spines. And with the Battle Momentum, she's going to be able to use her abilities very quickly. Hunter Killers going to be popping out every couple seconds.
Yeah, this looks like a really strong composition for Team Acer. And it actually reflects they're about a level ahead here. A little bit more so. And next temples will be coming up here in quite a few. Zon already waiting down here, waiting for a tiny little mistake here from Pyro, but it's not happening.
Oh, still very nearly. Pyro almost walked in front of the gate there, but Hook just bounced off the gate. He stays alive.
Yeah, they're gonna get to level 10 a little bit faster than their opponents, which should give them a massive leap for those next temples. And I believe they're just gonna spawn down here. And Acer's already in position. They already have 3 heroes down here. Zon is about to join them. And Pyro, he needs to retreat out of here. Only one close to that temple.
Yep, having a bit of trouble. Zypho just bullying the crap out of this bottom keep with the rest of his team. not even using any of his abilities except for, on the very odd occasion, some roaches and that Hunter Killer. The Hunter Killer being his bread and butter in terms of damage here. And with that battle momentum, like we said, is been going to be using it very often. And ultimates already ready for Team Acer. Putrid Bile, Archon, Divine Storm, Rain of Vengeance, and the Devouring Maw. Very, very CC heavy.
Wow, Acer is making the best use out of their early level 10 here. They're going for the boss and the temple at the same time. This is really only something you can do if you have that level 10 a good minute ahead of your opponents. And they actually get both of them. All the shots in the temple and that boss.
Yep, in the meantime, though, we are seeing Baron 4 just push very, very heavily onto that top lane. They now have their ults as well, but that's not going to stop Vayner's attempts to slow them down. He's actually just shrugging off any damage that's done to him from these three pushing the fort, and has actually saved the fort. Arony going to use his stage dive, which he did take as his ultimate, to escape the roaming Valor and the roaming Stitches that were trying to gank them there.
Zypher with a little bit of a misclick there on his Devouring Maw. Could have gotten 3 heroes, but was a little bit too slow. And now we still have those few heroes down here trying to get rid of the boss. And they successfully managed to do so, but there's a strong push coming out of Acer now. Going for the top lane, they already got rid of all of the forts. This is what happens if you lose control of these temples for too long. And now Heat might actually go down. They're 3 levels ahead. This is pretty much insane for Team Acer. There comes Arony trying to jump in there. And he's caught out in the zombie wall. And there comes the Ancestral Spirit trying to help him, but it's not going to work. He goes down. Bayless does run away. And Valkyrian also picked off here. Hammer with a little bit of a miss micro there. But can stay alive.
Yep, Hollow also able to vault out, does not get caught. Ravenous Spirit did quite a lot of damage there, was able to get Stitches in the end, but now we are seeing them turn Pyros, getting huge damage from Zypher, and Zypher was on creep, able to just chase after anyone with that stuff step and pick most of them off.
This is perfect play here with this really nice creep spread by Zypher. Something you can really only pull off if you do that constantly, and even in these high pressure situations he's doing it.
Yep, Arony clearing up a little bit of the creep there, denying some vision. Like I said, denying that movement speed and the health regen that Zypher has been getting. Very, very effective builds. The one he's running, very, very deadly. We're seeing he is still upgrading the Hunter Killers as well. He's taking the Groove Spines for the extra range and damage, so it's huge damage. It's not like the other Zagara that we did see yesterday, day before yesterday, being run by Beatar Bakers, where they were running the Zagara, which was all creep based.
There comes the hook onto Zazamel, and he's caught out in the Siege Shines. Wow, what a pickup. Team Acer really making the best out of this. Oh, finally a fort going down for Baron 4. And ETC is the only one holding that currently. Everyone else still preoccupied down here trying to stop the Siege Shines that are coming in. And Zon, oh, he needs to watch out here. Zombie wall, he's caught out. Heal. But can he stay alive? Trying to spin away. Actually using the Putrid Bile. Is it gonna be enough? Karma trying to boost on top of him. And can he get the final blow here? Oh yeah.
No. Down he goes, down for the Spirit, able to finish it off.
Yep.
I think that might have been a bit overkill.
Yeah, I think it might have been.
Yeah, using the Ravenous Spirit on one guy who's running away when Sergeant Amberite was still in auto range might have been a bit too much, but this does allow Baron 4 to take full control of this bot temple and get the remaining shots. However, well met in the top lane. Going to get a keep for this.
Vainless, they're backing off right now, but the keep is still gonna fall.
Yep. Hunter Killer and minions able to finish that off. Well met. Going to retreat. Stage dive coming in. Zypher on the run, trying not to get caught out. Nice Devouring Maw. Going to be able to keep himself safe.
Oh, Arony is going in now. Zypher comes down, actually hits Karma for quite a bit, but he does get away and is healed back up here by Malfurion. But Vainless coming in with a great CC. Tyrande does fall, and I don't think Zazamel can get out of this either. Oh, that's a triple kill here. And only Sergeant Hammer and Nazi will remain. I think this might actually be game already. They're level 16. Maybe they're going for the keep instead. But Karma, oh my god, caught out with a perfect hook here by Zon. Oh, she should have just boosted away here.
Indeed, now I've worked out that your replay is running faster than mine somehow. I have to keep pressing fast forward every couple seconds to catch up.
Weird.
It is weird. I know, so am I. It's weird. It's just how it works, because I think it's just done on PC speed.
Well, they're gonna get that key, and with that, they're gonna back off. We're just at the 10-minute mark, so would have been a little bit too risky to just go for the core. But they're gonna get away here with 2 keeps down, and that's level 17 versus level 14. Let's have a look at their level 16 talents. It's Pulverize on Stitches, second strike taken by Tessa, who funnily enough took a Distortion Beam as level 13. Then Imposing Presence on Uther, Blood for Blood on Vala, and Brute Expansion for more Hunter Killers for Zagara.
Yep, Tassadar definitely going for a very auto-attack heavy build, giving Acer that extra damage. He took the Static Charge at level 7, giving him the extra crit damage on any enemies marked by a storm. And the fact he has second strike means he's going to be doing a lot of extra crit damage.
We have a question, why did Vala take Giant Killer if ETC is the only high health hero on the opposing team?
Quite honestly, I do not know. It might just be because ETC is the one who's getting in the face. It might just be because she already has Manticore and seems to be going for a quite auto-attack heavy thing with Battle Momentum anyway. If you're going quite auto-attack heavy with Battle Momentum with just running Siphoning Arrow for the sustain, then Giant Killer makes a bit more sense, I guess.
Yeah, just auto-attacks all the way through.
Yep, and just auto everything. Run a Blood for Blood, run a Siphoning Arrow so you have some kind of healing, and then just use the Giant Killer. So Giant Killer is still 1.5% of the hero's max health as extra damage. ETC did early.
Yeah, once again, but Zahn drops quite low. Starfall actually taking him out, so does Aaron. And Bayless does he get away? Yes, I think he can. Reno coming in from the back and doing quite a bit of damage on Kea. And Malfurion also drops incredibly low. Kea, can she make a getaway happen? Polo is being blocked here by Karma. Really nice move to keep his teammate alive. But on the right side, Uther couldn't give chase, so that's only 2 heroes going down for both teams. Actually, not a bad fight here for Baron 4, considering that stage dive was not all that useful.
Yeah, if that Devouring Maw hadn't gone down from the side of Acer, that would have gone a hell of a lot worse for them. Just dropping that was able to lock down the team of Baron 4, who were basically destroying in that fight. And the Baron 4 also didn't push into that boss camp. When there was no one in it for a good few seconds, they basically allowed Acer to grab it.
Now they're taking quite a bit of damage from these temples as well, and Core already lost a bit of shield damage here. Yeah. Have a look at their level 16 talents. It's Hover Siege mode for Sergeant Hammer, Specialized Toxin for Nazebo, Imposing Presence for ETC, Shooting Star for Tyrande for a little bit of better Lunar Flare, and then the Tenacious Roots on Malfurion.
Yep, Tenacious Roots, great ability for locking people down, which may prove as a pretty good advantage, may actually give them a chance of killing Vala, seeing as she's playing very defensively, not chasing anyone, just landing her auto attacks when she can, when her team has the enemy distracted.
And they're turning around. They know, okay, we can't really leave our base now. We have the catapults that we need to deal with. And it's just going to give so much control over to Team Acer to go for these temples as they please. And they have really good map control right now. Even going for a split lane here. But Zahn trying to regroup with his allies. There they are. So maybe they can finally push this through, but they're waiting for a tiny bit of a mistake here from Baron 4, and so far it's not happening.
Yeah, they want Baron 4 to push out of their base, so until then, they're just standing here. There's not much else for them to do. Their easy camp is gettable, and so's the enemy easy camp. In fact, they could go and grab that. Right now, before those two just came up, there wasn't really anything to do on the map, so they were simply going to not take the risk. Oh, hang on, ETC, stage diving into his team's easy camp, going to try and get something down.
Oh, the Maw into ETC, what a perfect Maw. Starfall not doing all that much, but Cypher needs to stay out of that fight. He's incredibly low, and will have to back off there. Kea dropping incredibly low, and there is the CC out of Uther, taking her out. And Bayless, can he make his getaway happen? I think he can. ETC had to back off here. And they want to go for Zahn, but he's shielded. Good shielding here out fast enough. But is it going to be enough? Nope. I think they can drop him. Nice move. Only 1 hero down on the side of Baron 4. Can they make this turnaround happen? Reno trying to get away here. And so is Vainless, but Green Out is gonna drop. Just one more shot from Sergeant Hammer, and he's gonna
doesn't
fall
have
here.
dimensional shift. Down he goes. Arony continuing to chase Vainless and Zypho here. He does now have Pyro with him, but it doesn't look like they'll be able to catch anyone.
Okay, can they capitalize on this? Everyone needs to turn back. They're all pretty low, but...
Well, there's currently three catapults about to be four,
And the
and
Siege
two giants on their core.
They lost 30% health on the core.
Has gone back to base and is going to be dealing with all this, while the rest of the team starts on these temples. Zypho, sneaky. Looks like he's just going for... Is he just backdooring? He is
all
just
by himself.
backdooring.
I mean, it's
He
25%
He can
health.
do it. He does have the double hunter killer. First hunter killer gets instantly wiped out. He gets killed off. Second hunter killer dies a bit too quick, but now it's just the minion wave. Minion wave does spawn for the side of Baron 4 though, and that might save the core. Sergeant Hammer staying in base for the defense, but Furion has died somewhere else on the map. There's GG's coming out of everyone, and finally the temple takes down the core.
I think that's the first kill. Well, I mean, Temple's killed the core before, but minions doing that much damage on the core? I don't think I've seen that one before. Little bit too late on the turnaround here for Baron 4.
Yeah, Sergeant Hammer did a great job of clearing. Zagara very nearly just ending the game herself, but the distraction she caused, there were two people back in the base for Baron 4, and in that time, Acer were able to roll into a temple, take it over, and get the final shot that ended the game. And only one person actually got their level 20 talent in that fight.
That was a really fast Sky Temple.
It really was.
Okay,
it's a snowbally map. I've been over this.
Yeah, it is. A lot of people complaining about that. Yeah, I like the map for... Okay, this time I paused exactly when it started. I'm at 0 seconds.
I
Let's try
am
it
just
like
loading
this.
up. I just wanted to have a look at some stats in the last game. So loading up now. I have my finger ready over my P button. Okay, I have also paused at what I think is exactly 0 seconds.
Perfect, let's try to do it.
All
Alright. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, so we'll find out. If you like mention the time now and again, or I'll be able to adjust it just by time. Like I'm just pushing the fast forward and the slow down button as I need to as we go. So we should be fine. For now, though, ladies and gentlemen, spawning on the left-hand side in the blue trunks, it is Team Acer. And in the mid lane, playing the ETC, it is Zon. Playing on the Ufa, it is Vainless. Making its way to the top lane, it is going to be Hollow on the Sergeant Hammer. Zypho bringing out the Kerrigan. And in the bot lane, it is Green Out playing Tassadar.
And their opponents on the right side of the map, in the red trunks, they are Team Baron 4, and we have Aaron playing Diablo, making his triumphant comeback as the Lord of Terror. We have Zazamel playing Rhaegar, and in the bot lane, the triple stack, Pyrolus playing the Witch Doctor, Heya playing Tyrande, and Arma playing, well, Dala.
Indeed, and Green Out already taking some harassment, going to be able to shield himself to prevent too much damage going down, but nothing too bad to start this game off, and nothing too unusual in the talents either. Diablo going for that more tanky of builds with the extra health and health regen per souls rather than the quicker respawn, which is actually pretty nice on this map. Like back in the day, a couple like pre-alpha wipe. Oh, hang on, there's a bit of a thing in the bottom lane. Pyro getting pulled in by Kerrigan and gets taken out.
Yeah, he's popped here. Even though that zombie wall could have saved him, but just a little bit too late.
Yeah, single auto attack from Green Out, able to pick him off from range as he did try to escape. But yeah, we're talking about the pre-wipe of the alpha back in the day, where it was, I think it was first wave actually, it was Ufa and Diablo who would basically, Ufa would die on a